We laughed, thought about it, and laughed some more. We were going to prank the living crap out of our friends. I'd recently gotten a box of oddities. It was in the trunk of an old car I'd bought to restore. Sometimes the previous owners leave the oddest things in the car and forget about it before they sell it. Well, this box looked like some Wiccan or witchcraft-like stuff. Kind of like the stuff you'd find in a store around Halloween or one of those popular stores in the mall. There were some odd candles, a few plaques, a Ouija board, but what caught our attention was the skull. It was a human and looked like it came out of a horror movie or something. It was made of rigid plastic, but had no manufacturer info on it, so we didn't know how old it was or what purpose it would have served other than to scare people. We just knew what we were going to use it on. My friend was a whiz with electronics and said he would put a mic and a speaker in it. Then we could prank our friend Joe. I set the skull in my closet and gave another chuckle. Ray would take it home with him and do the work on it and put it back in the closet, so when Joe showed up the next day, the fun would begin. Ray and I agreed to start the fun around 8, and he'd be controlling it remotely from his laptop at home. Well, time rolled around and Joe came by to hang out his plan. I told him there was something I wanted to show him and got the skull from the closet. I put it on the table in front of him and, as I said, the show began. It laughed and moved, bouncing around the table. Wow, Ray really outdid himself with this. It stopped and looked Joe right in the eye, told him he was going to die soon, and then laughed in a shrill voice. Joe was terrified and I figured we may have gone too far. He left my place angry that we would play such a trick on him, knowing how much he feared the supernatural. Once the front door slammed, I called Ray to let him know that we'd messed up. Before I could get a word out, he apologized for not having time to work on the skull. Confused, I hung up the phone, just in time to hear the squealing of tires out front and the deadening thud of a car hitting something big. I quickly looked out the window of my apartment and gasped in horror. Joe had been struck by a car while trying to cross the street. In his fear and anger, he must not have been watching where he was going. I felt sick to my stomach and rushed out the door to see if I could help my friend. The skull sat silent on the table. Its endless grin seemed to fill the room.